Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. I'm Emma, and I'm really excited to share something special with you today. So, now I'm sure many of you are like me. You always have your phone with you, right? You use it to check messages, scroll through social media, maybe even make calls. Phones are such a big part of our daily lives. But today, I want to talk about a time when I didn't have my phone. Yes, you heard that right. And it shows a whole day without a phone. Saying, it sounds crazy, right? How can you go an entire day without it? I thought the same thing. Chititsam. But I decided to try it, and honestly, it turned out to be a really interesting experience. In this podcast, I'm going to take you through my day, step by step, and show you how it felt to live without a phone. I'll share what I learned, how I felt, and maybe even help you think about whether you could spend a day without your phone too. You see, in today's world, we are always connected. We are constantly checking our phones for updates, messages, and emails. But what happens when we step away from our phones for a day? Oh, what do we miss? What do we gain? Well, that's what I'll share with you today. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into my day without a phone. You might be surprised by what I learned. Let's get started. That morning, everything started like any other day. I woke up, got dressed, and left the house to start my day. But then something unexpected happened. I realized I had forgotten my keys. I locked the door behind me when I left, but I didn't bring my keys with me. At first, I wasn't too worried. No, I thought, it's okay. I'll just call someone to help. But then I remembered my phone was inside the house. I couldn't call anyone for help. I was completely locked out of my own house, and it felt awful. Standing outside, I started to feel a little panicked. What could I do now? I couldn't go back inside, and I couldn't contact anyone. I felt so disconnected from everything. It was strange to realize how much I depend on my phone. Without it, I couldn't even make a simple phone call to a friend or a neighbor. It was frustrating, and I started to wonder, how did I forget my keys? Why did I leave my phone inside? I just stood there for a while, feeling lost. Then my friend Ashley came by and saw that I was upset. She asked, Emma, what happened? You look worried. I told her the whole story. I'm locked out of my house, and I don't have my phone. She thought for a second, then said something surprising. Well, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to try something new. How about spending the day without your phone? I was shocked. What? A whole day without my phone? Shh. But Ashley smiled and said, yes. Think about it. You won't need your phone today. You can enjoy the world around you. It's just one day, and I think you'll learn something from it. I was nervous, but after thinking about it, I said, okay, I'll try it. I had no idea what to expect, but I decided to give it a shot. And that's how my day without my phone began. After deciding to spend the day without my phone, I felt a bit strange. What would I do without it? How would I know what time it is or if someone needed to contact me? But soon I started to notice things I usually miss when I'm on my phone. First, we decided to go to the library. Normally, I would call an Uber to get there, but today I had to take the bus. I wondered how I would know when to get off. I always check my phone to know the time or track my journey, but now I had no phone. So I had to rely on the bus schedule, something I had never paid much attention to before. It was a little strange, but also exciting in a way. I realized I had to pay attention to the world around me, not just focus on my phone. On the bus, I looked out the window and saw things I usually ignore. The trees, the buildings, and even the people walking on the street. I was surprised by how much I was missing when I was always on my phone. Without it, I was really paying attention to everything around me. I started to notice the details, the small things that make life interesting. And it felt so good. I realized that sometimes when we're on our phones, we forget to see the beauty of the world. When we finally arrived at the library, I felt a sense of calm. It was quiet, peaceful, and for the first time that day, I wasn't distracted by my phone. I hadn't been to the library in a while. Normally, I spend my time on my phone, scrolling through social media or reading short news articles. But today, I walked over to the shelves, picked up a book, and started reading. It felt different. I realized how much I missed reading books without distractions. Reading felt so peaceful, and I could really focus. No notifications, no calls, no texts. Just me and the book. It was a feeling I hadn't had in a long time. And I realized that when I read on my phone, it's easy to get distracted by everything else on the screen. But reading real books made me slow down, relax, and enjoy the story. I was able to fully focus on the words, and it felt amazing. I spent some time reading, and it made me feel calm and focused. I thought about how much time I usually spend on my phone and how little time I spend doing things like reading and nisot. It was a good reminder of simple joys in life that we miss when we're always on our phones. I also noticed how peaceful the library was. Everyone there was focused, reading, studying, working. No one was distracted by their phones. It was nice to see people truly enjoying the moment. And I felt more connected to the people around me in that quiet space than I ever did when I was scrolling on my phone. It was a refreshing change. After leaving the library, we decided to go to the beach. I was looking forward to it. But something felt different today. Normally, I would have taken out my phone to take pictures or check social media. I'd be busy looking at my phone instead of really enjoying the moment. But today, I didn't have my phone. So I decided to just focus on being present. No phone, no distractions, just me, the beach, and the sky. When we arrived, I could see the vast blue ocean stretching out in front of me. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore was so peaceful. The gentle breeze felt nice against my skin, and I could feel the sand beneath my feet. It was a feeling I hadn't had in a long time. I was there in the moment, and it felt great. There is no need to rush, no need to check the time or look at my phone. I could simply enjoy the beauty around me. I walked along the beach, feeling the soft sand between my toes. The waves kept coming and going, creating a calm rhythm. I looked around and realized how much I had missed by always looking at my phone. I was really noticing everything, the color of the sky, the sound of the ocean, and the beauty of the world around me. It was a new kind of relaxation. It wasn't about taking pictures or sharing moments online. It was about truly experiencing the moment. As I walked, I thought about how often I'm distracted by my phone. When I'm on my phone, I'm not really paying attention to the world around me. But today, without my phone, I was fully present. I could feel the sand beneath my feet, listen to the sound of the waves, and really see the beauty of the beach. It felt so peaceful, calm, and natural. It was a kind of relaxation I hadn't felt in a long time. After a while, we sat down on the sand and looked out at the horizon. The sun was beginning to set, and the sky was full of beautiful colors, orange, pink, and purple. It was like a painting so full of life. I thought to myself, this is what it's all about. Just being here, enjoying the moment without the distractions of my phone. And I realized something important. Sometimes the best memories are the ones we don't try to capture on our phones, the ones we just feel and experience. As the sun slowly set, I felt calm and happy. Without my phone, I had no pressure to take pictures or share the moment. I could just enjoy it, and that felt wonderful, yeah. I didn't need a phone to make the moment special. The moment itself was enough. When the sun finally disappeared below the horizon, we got up and started walking back. I was still feeling the peace from the beach. No phone, no distractions. Just the feeling of being alive and connected to the world around me. It was a feeling I would definitely remember. After leaving the beach, we decided to do something different. We went to the cinema. Cheery. Now, normally, when I go to the cinema, I'm still on my phone. So I might check messages, scroll through social media, or even look up things online while I'm watching the movie. But today was different. I didn't have my phone. I couldn't check anything. So I was completely ready to enjoy the movie without distractions. It felt strange, but also exciting. When we walked into the cinema, I immediately felt something special. The big screen, the dimmed lights, and the buzz of excitement in the air, it all felt so different from watching a movie on my phone. The screen was huge, the sound was loud and clear, and everything seemed so much more alive. I could see every detail, every small movement, and it made the whole experience so much more exciting. It felt like I was really inside the movie. It was amazing. The best part? There were no distractions. No phone buzzing, no messages, no notifications, and just the movie, the sound, and the experience. I could focus fully on the film. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I could hear every sound, see every scene clearly, and feel the emotions the movie was trying to create. I wasn't looking down at my phone or checking the time. I was just there, living in the moment, enjoying the film. As the movie started, I felt completely immersed. The music, the action, the colors, everything was so exciting. I could feel my heart racing during the action scenes, and I laughed during the funny parts. Without my phone, I could focus completely on what was happening on the screen. It felt so real, and I enjoyed it so much more than I usually do. In a way, I felt more connected to the movie and the people around me. Everyone was watching together, sharing the experience. There was no one looking at their phone, no distractions. We were all enjoying the film at the same time. It made me realize how different it is to watch a movie on a big screen, without distractions. You don't get that kind of experience on your phone. The movie felt bigger, louder, and more exciting. By the time the movie ended, I felt so happy and relaxed. It wasn't just about the movie itself. It was about being fully present, enjoying the moment without anything pulling my attention away. 좋아서 I didn't need my phone to enjoy the movie. Well, the big screen, the sound, the atmosphere, it was all enough. As we left the cinema, I thought to myself, wow, that was amazing. I hadn't realized how much I had been missing by always watching movies on my phone. Yes, there's something magical about watching movies on a big screen. It's not just about the film, it's about the whole experience. And I definitely want to do it again. After the cinema, we decided to walk home. It was a nice evening, and the city looked so beautiful at night. The streetlights were glowing softly, and the tall buildings were lit up. Everything seemed peaceful, calm, and a little magical. And the best part? I didn't need my phone. I could see everything clearly. The lights, the people walking, the cars passing by, all of it felt more alive when I wasn't looking at my phone. That's when I'm on my phone, I often miss the little details around me. But tonight, without it, I was fully present, and I could really enjoy the beauty of the city. It felt so different from the usual rush and distractions of everyday life. We walked slowly, enjoying the peaceful evening. The night air was cool, and I felt calm. It was nice to be away from the constant noise of my phone. No messages, no notifications, just the sound of our footsteps and the quiet of the city. It felt so different from any other evening. As we walked, I thought about everything that had happened that day. At first, I was nervous about not having my phone. I wasn't sure what I would do, how I would feel. But now I realized something important. I had learned how to enjoy life without constantly checking my phone. I had experienced so much more today because I wasn't distracted by technology. I had enjoyed the library, the beach, the cinema, and the walk home, all without my phone. And it felt great. Tegi, I realized that sometimes we don't need a phone to have a good time. We can enjoy simple things, like walking in the city, talking to a friend, or just sitting in the quiet. These moments are special. They don't need to be shared on social media or captured in a photo. They just need to be felt. And today I felt it all. We continued walking, and I felt more and more relaxed. The world felt slower, calmer. I didn't need to rush or look at my phone. I was living in the moment, and that was enough. By the time we got home, I was so happy. My day without my phone had been an eye-opening experience. I had learned to appreciate the present moment, to enjoy the world without distractions. And I was proud of myself for doing it. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and I felt more connected to life than ever before. As I sat down and reflected on my day, I realized something important. Spending a whole day without my phone wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. In fact, it was one of the best things I've done in a long time. It gave me the chance to connect with the world in a way I hadn't done in a while. Without my phone, I noticed more. I saw things I normally miss, like the beauty of the trees, the calm of the ocean, the excitement of the cinema. These things were always there, but I wasn't always paying attention. I also realized that I didn't need my phone to have fun or to enjoy life. It was so easy to get lost in the moment when I wasn't checking my messages or looking at social media. I didn't need to capture every moment in a photo or share it with my friends. The best memories are the ones you feel, not the ones you try to hold on to through a screen. The day felt full of real experiences, things I could remember with my heart, not my phone. Another thing I learned is that we are so used to being connected through our phones. We feel like we always need to be available or checking in with the world, but without my phone, I felt more connected to myself and to the world around me. I could focus better, I could relax, and I could enjoy the things I was doing. It was a reminder that we don't always need technology to connect with others or to have meaningful experiences. I also felt more confident about living without my phone. At first, I was nervous. Sucks. I wasn't sure how I would manage or how I would feel. But now I felt proud of myself. I had spent a whole day without it, and I learned so much. I learned how to be present, how to enjoy the world, and how to appreciate the simple things in life. The most important thing I realized was that we all need to take breaks from our phones. Sometimes it's okay to put it down and just enjoy the moment. Whether it's reading a book, walking in the park, or just sitting quietly with a friend, these moments are important. They help us feel more connected to the world, to the people around us, and to ourselves. And now I can say with confidence that spending a day without my phone was a really good decision. It made me appreciate the world in a new way. It made me realize that there's so much more to life than what we see on a screen. I won't be using my phone as much from now on. I want to spend more time being present, experiencing the world, and enjoying the simple things in life. As the day came to an end, I couldn't help but think about how much I had learned. I felt like I had gained something important by spending a day without my phone. It was like a wake-up call. I had been living in a world full of distractions, always checking my phone, always looking at a screen. But now I felt different. I realized that life is so much more than just what's on our phones. There's a whole world out there waiting to be explored, and I want to be more present in it. I think moving forward, I want to make more time for the real world. I want to spend more time with people, more time reading, and more time just being outside. It's so easy to forget that the world around us is full of beautiful things. When we're on our phones, we miss so much. But now I want to notice those things, take a moment to appreciate them, and truly live in the moment. I've learned that I don't need to be on my phone all the time. It's okay to take a break. I don't need to check my messages every minute, and I don't need to scroll through social media constantly. Sometimes it's better to just put the phone down and enjoy life as it happens. And that's exactly what I plan to do more often. In fact, I think I might try to spend at least one day a week without my phone. I'll use that time to do something I love, maybe read a book, go for a walk, or just relax. It's about finding balance and making time for the things that truly matter. And I know that without my phone, I can really focus on those things. Of course, phones are great. They help us stay connected, find information, and make life easier in many ways. But I think the key is to find balance. We don't need to be on our phones all the time. We can choose when to use them and when to step away and enjoy the real world. And I want to make sure that I don't miss out on the beauty around me just because I'm looking at a screen. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's simple. Sometimes it's good to take a break from technology, to disconnect for a while, and just enjoy the world around us. We don't need our phones to experience life fully. We just need to be present, to notice the little things, and to enjoy the simple moments. And I'll definitely be doing this more often. Spending a day without my phone was a life-changing experience. And I think everyone should try it at least once. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy it. Looking back on the day, I can honestly say that I've learned a lot. At the beginning, I wasn't sure I could do it. I wasn't sure how I'd feel or what I'd learn by spending a day without my phone. But now, after everything I've experienced, I feel like I've gained a new perspective on life. The world around me seems so much more beautiful when I'm not constantly checking my phone. The little details, the quiet moments, the simple things, they all seem more important now. Throughout the day, I had the chance to really experience life without distractions. Siral. Whether it was in the library, at the beach, or at the cinema, I was able to be present. I wasn't looking at my phone, checking messages, or worrying about what was happening online. I was simply enjoying the moment, and it felt so good. One of the most important things I realized was how much I rely on my phone. It's easy to get caught up in the digital world, to feel like we need to always be connected. But today, I learned that it's okay to disconnect sometimes. It's okay to take a break and just be in the moment. The world doesn't stop just because we put our phones down. In fact, I think it makes life more enjoyable. As I think about what I'll do next, I know I want to keep this feeling of being present. I'm going to try to spend more time doing things without my phone. Reading, walking, talking to friends face to face. I'm also going to take regular breaks from my phone so I can truly enjoy the world around me. I don't want to miss out on life because I'm too busy checking my screen. So what about you? Have you ever thought about spending a day without your phone? I encourage you to try it, Shilwald. You might be surprised at how much you enjoy it. And you might just learn something about yourself too.